Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Wednesday, December the 20th, couple days there before Christmas. And wowies, what a day we had today. I mean, 300-point sell-off this afternoon, absolutely crazy. I had a terrible midday and caught a ton of profit on that drop this afternoon. The big wins for me today was my opening range trade was profitable on both accounts that I was copy trading, and I made money on every PA today, which is awesome. So 4 PA accounts, every account in green, and we're somewhat further along in our goal. So the goal that I've had for the week was to get all 4 of the PAs into profit, or above 50,000 I should say. And we got the PA08 out of the hole it was in. It wasn't that bad. I think we were down about 400 at the beginning of the week. But now we have that account up at $66 above 50,000. I've got the PA09 account, the newest one, at 198 profit. The 07 account, we're at 50,311. That account, we are riding a hot streak. I have not had a red day yet. Now, I said it, so now I'll probably jinx myself, but oh well. But that account, I'm trading it quite well. And then we had a really, really, really good day on the PA06. Made $300 on that account. I think our cushion now is around 700 on drawdown. This morning it was like 300 or 350, something like that. So it might have been more like 400. But anyway, good day on that. Had good days on these 2 evals, but the rest of the evals not so good. I made a terrible trade on my 150K account. Lost $2,500. Yeah. I'll talk about that, but really, really stupid. I mean, I was stupid. I deserve to have a $2,500 loss. And really, the 137, 144, and 145 accounts all got GAT stopped out midday. I did not trade the midday very well. That is my biggest regret. And the 139 account, the other part of my plan and goal for the week was to get 5 PAs. That account, we lost 229. That account was at 52,500 and something this morning. So now we have 700 left $700 left to pass that account. So that's going to be a stretch for tomorrow and Friday, but we'll see. If I don't get there, I'm not going to be stupid. I don't want to, blow up this account. I want to just take it steady. If I don't pass it this week, I can always pass it next week. The beauty of this is we had a really good day on the PA06, and so I feel like we can probably revive this account and get them all back up over that 50,000 marker, and then hopefully march on towards profits. So if I don't get this account passed this week and I get it next week, I'm not going to be crying over it. So 4 PAs, it's more than I've ever had, and if we can get to 5, that's just every one I add is more than I've had before. So the bad news really is just a couple of the evals that I didn't do well on. This one here especially, we were at 50, almost 51.3 this morning, and now we're at 50,600. So, lost out there. The 150K, that's honestly kind of the account I'm probably not taking as seriously as I should. And it's why I have the big losses. I kind of went for broke, and yeah, it broke me. So anyway, I want to talk about the morning session and my opening range trade. I did post a video about that, recording it live. It's actually kind of fun, but I really traded it quite well this morning. My entry off the open, I entered about 2 minutes in, and I entered too high. I should have entered on these wicks, as we saw these long wicks, and I felt like we were going to rip higher, and I was correct once again. But I entered at too high of a level. It pulled back, stopped me out for a loss. I was copy trading the 139 eval, the one that I had closest to passing, and the 06 PA account, the one that I needed to get some life back into. Those were the 2 accounts I was copy trading. So off the rip, had a loser. But then we had 4 straight winners, 1 minuscule little loser that I manually closed a trade out, and I might have lost like $5, but that was technically a bit of a loser. And I don't care that connection's lost, Ninja Trader. But in any case, I traded this section really well. The biggest regret for me was this morning as I was watching this move higher, I saw this consolidation right as we were touching VWAP, And I felt that that would either be a bump and become a resistance level and we pull back, or it would turn into support and we push higher. And we did push higher. I didn't take the trade. That was a mistake. We probably could have caught probably a couple $100 on that trade had I taken that. So the next level then was this blue line that I have had drawn out for a while, and then we took several trades above that blue line, long trades, and did quite well. I then got busy with other things that I had to take care of this morning, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I missed the rest of this morning move up. And boy, this was a really nice setup, a really nice long setup there, another one here, and a decent setup here as well. So there was a couple of setups here that really would have been nice, and again, according to my 21 EMA trades, those would have been excellent. But now we get into, it's a pretty big but, we get into the midday range, and this is really where I got killed today. And I remember thinking to myself, gosh, maybe I should just not trade it. Let's get this screen to where we have, if you notice, and by the way, I went back to my boxes. I just like this way better. So the blue line, I changed some colors on my charts. So the blue horizontal line is my entry points. Red arrow down means I took a short. Green arrow up means I took a long. A green box is I had a profit, and that's where I took my profit. Red box is I took a loss, and that's where I took my loss. Yellow circles are the PA trades. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of big red boxes from 10:30 until 2 p.m. today. I did not trade that area at all, or very well at all. Just bad entries, and honestly, oftentimes I even had the direction wrong. We were just in this chop range, and truth be told, I should not have been trading it. Once we topped this high, once this trade was a loser and we rolled over, and then I was looking for shorts, kind of expecting this to go back down to the opening range, which is what it's typically done in the mornings. But today that didn't happen. It just didn't happen until this afternoon, which we got that massive sell-off. But yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, I just traded badly. I just took bad trades. I forced trades. I took bad entries. I kind of was biased on what I wanted the market to do in certain areas, and there's not a lot to say other than it was just I didn't trade very well, and it is what it is. Then we got to this afternoon session. And oh my, did we have a massive sell-off. I really wish I would have just taken one account and entered with this one, I call it my one contract super. This ATM strategy, I have a 50 tick stop loss, which is $250. I got a 140 tick profit, which I could have hit a couple times on this drop, but I'm trailing 40 ticks, so I'm trailing $200. But man, if I would have entered in this area or anywhere on this downtrend with that ATM on one contract, my goodness, I would have come out like a winner, which I already did. I mean, I'm so pleased with this afternoon. I was trading evals, and as this market started dropping, I'm like, dude, I got to trade my PAs, and I was trading those. Had just really good trades, caught some excellent winners, and really pulled these accounts back out of the doldrums. Well, the one account back out of the doldrums to at least a start. I should say it's not really out of the doldrums because it's still $1,200 below the 50,000 mark. But oh well, we're heading the right direction, and that's what counts. So, but yeah, I think a lot of people just looking at different traders' chats. I was in Nutty's chat today. I was in Alpine's chat today. And people were expecting some kind of a sell-off, not necessarily today, but just because we've had, I think this has been the ninth, or up until this afternoon, this would have been the ninth straight green or uptrending day for the market, and people were looking for this sell-off, and boy, we got it this afternoon. So I'm really curious what the overnight does. So yeah. But, it's interesting. We get back into some of these lines of areas of previous support resistance that I had drawn out. Some of these a week and a half ago didn't really seem to matter. We just fell right through them all. So, but yeah, I was really happy with capitalizing on this afternoon, and the regret really, like I said, I wish I would have just, after I had a couple, bad trades been like, all right, I'm not seeing this, and just stay out. I would have been way better off. Oh, I wanted to talk about this bad trade. This is an embarrassing trade, honestly, but it's worth mentioning because it was greed and stupidity all mixed into one. So after we had most of this sell-off complete, we had pulled back and we were starting to roll back over. And the bias was correct. I had the exact right bias. But stupid me decided that I'm going to go in with 10 contracts. And at that point, I think this account was like at $600 in the red, about where the other ones were. So I went in with 10 contracts thinking, if we just get a few points, or, if we drop by 50 ticks, whatever, I'm going to get a couple $1,000s. Well, yeah, that would have been true, but the problem is we pulled back a little bit before we dropped, and that pullback is what stopped me out. GAT stopped me out. It's supposed to stop me out at like $800, so I'm not quite sure how it went to $2,500. Just apparently with 10 contracts, it didn't catch it, and just the market's movement, I don't know. But we've got about, I think, $1,000 or $1,200 of drawdown left with that account. So just, really, really, really dumb trade on my part. And then here, these other trades, I had a couple winners and losers on this 139. I thought, well, maybe I can pass it today. Well, I ended up going from green. I think I was 127 in green to 229 in negative at this tail end. So, yeah, but by and large, I traded that this afternoon. I traded it really well. And honestly, the big deal here is the PA accounts. Those are the accounts that really, really matter. So glad that we had a green day. That is the first 4 PA green day that I've had so far. So I'm really, really tickled about that. And so that's kind of how the day went for me. Some good, some bad, but overall, I feel pretty happy with how today ended up. So kind of curious how tomorrow is going to go. With the holiday approaching, and some of this price action seemed to be a little bit slow at times this week. So I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm not going to push it too hard. If I get some setups, great, and if not, I'm not going to be too. We can always trade into January if we don't. The holiday season here between Christmas and New Year's, and this time frame is what it is. So still have that 71% sale going on with Apex. I might need to buy an eval or two the way this is starting to look if I happen to lose one or two. I think this 144 account, that is the account that about 8 days ago or whatever we tried to pass in one day and lost $2,200 on it and made some money back, and now I gave a bunch back, and so I think this is about $100 or $90 away from blowing. So that account may or may not survive tomorrow. We'll see. I need to get into something, maybe trade a micro, I'm not sure, but need to get a little bit of profit going on that account. So, but in any case, that's the sale that they got going on right now, 71%. They do have that one-day pass thing, but we'll see how the holidays go and how things run. But hopefully you had a better day today than I did, especially on my evals. And trade well tomorrow if you're trading. If you like what you're seeing here, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Feel free to leave a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. And it's how I learn and love to interact with you guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side.